Hello, and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. We're going to look at two things today. One, why China's ban might actually signal a new all-time high soon. We're going to look at a little bit about historical precedent and recent investing trends. Also, we're also going to look at why Bitcoin probably may not move until the end of the week, at least not any big movements. So the 43K prediction, whoever predicted it, looks like it's destined to be about right. Hopefully his next prediction for next month is right too, and it'll be at 68K. I forgot who it was, but it was like 43K for September and 68K for October. I will gladly take the 68K for October. That is a new all-time high. So if you actually look at the timeline for the 2017-2018 bull run, China did something like not so great to Bitcoin in September 2017 as well. I think they kicked all the exchanges essentially out of the mainland at that time. And voila, 3 months later, Bitcoin reached an all-time high. So China taking action against Bitcoin did not slow Bitcoin down and did not slow Bitcoin from getting to its all-time high. And the thing is, the inflows into Bitcoin over the last 3 months have basically been the highest ever by institutional investors and also maybe even by foreign investors. And even though 2 weeks ago, when China actually did the ban, the money kind of like dried up, last week or this week, money has actually started pouring in again. So maybe some of those Chinese bureaucrats or politicians are seeking ways to redivest their money outside of the country. That is the finest example of political fat catism. Basically, pouring your money out of the country while denying the common little mice the chance to port their money out of the country as well. So that is a fine example of political corruption, and I'm guessing there's some of that going on, as the political elite in China know that cryptocurrency is probably going to be really big in the future, whether China bans it or not, and they're trying to invest in cryptocurrency themselves. Now, secondly, why won't crypto move until this weekend, or at least Friday? It's because Nancy Pelosi basically delayed the vote on the House bill, which is the infrastructure bill with a crypto rider attached, until Thursday. Now, the reason she did this is obviously she doesn't have enough votes. Remember, she needs all the House Democrats to agree. And the Progressive Caucus, not that the Progressive Caucus really cares about crypto, they want certain things in a big spending bill. And they said they've hinted that they will actually tank the entire infrastructure bill if they don't get those things in the spending bill. Now, the problem is the moderate Democrats like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema will not actually vote for the very much more progressive things that they want in the spending bill. So they're at a standstill right now. It's up to Joe Biden and maybe Pelosi to maybe broker some kind of agreement. Otherwise, the bill is going to tank. Because with the Progressive Caucus has about 90 seats in the House. I think they're politically, I think they're being stupid. But either way, I want them to actually take this bill because I don't like this crypto provision in it. So the thing is, they have about 90 votes in the House chamber, and the Democrats can definitely not afford to lose 90 votes and still get the bill passed, because I don't know if any Republicans are actually going to vote for this infrastructure bill in the House, and they can only lose 6. So obviously, with the 90 votes of the Progressive Caucus, if they vote no to it, it's not going to pass. So even though they don't give two craps about crypto, and maybe some of them are even anti-crypto, they could possibly tank this bill, thereby avoiding crypto Armageddon. Now, my thing is, even if this bill passes, even if they come out to a compromise, I do think this provision of the bill will actually face legal challenges. And they might just be like, you know what, it's too much trouble and it jeopardizes the rest of this bill. Let's just drop this crypto provision. They might actually eventually do that. So even if this bill passes, I don't think it's going to survive, at least not the infrastructure bill itself, but the crypto provision. I don't think it's actually going to survive in its current form. And I do think there will be a lot of challenges to it regarding the privacy, the amendment with privacy in the Constitution, and other things that might be wrong with it. Plus, there are many senators and representatives that are on both sides that are very much against this draconian crypto reporting bill. Now, we would have had it amended, except for the lovely senator from Alabama, who's actually retiring, blocked all amendments to it. So this is what we actually get left with. But I have my hopes up that somehow they'll change the provision, or the entire bill will get scuffled. I'd rather they just change the provision, because I actually like the infrastructure bill, except for this provision. But if they scuffle the entire infrastructure bill and this provision gets scuffled with it by the Progressive Caucus, I'm fine with that as well. They can just write up another infrastructure bill. So we'll have to see what happens this week. And I think people are going to be very, very careful and tiptoeing around cryptocurrency until like a decision is made on that infrastructure bill on Thursday. So I don't really see any moves until late Thursday or Friday in terms of crypto movement. So right now, I think would actually be a pretty good time to buy in. I know you can try to be careful in DCA in because you don't really know which way the vote's going to go or whether they're going to strike a compromise or not. But I actually think like if you're trying to buy the dip, this is probably the dip because I don't see it dipping that much more because it's already like dipped to its bottom and because of the China FUD and the infrastructure bill vote. And I don't really see it rising that much until people are a little more certain on which way the vote is actually going to go. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.